Hello and good morning, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Script. I apologize for the long interval between episodes. This episode will cover exactly why that is. Welcome. So today we're going to talk about working during a pandemic, or rather during a lockdown. And I just want to articulate my experience for the last month. You've noticed that I've just been in a long break between my last podcast and this one. And that's because I had developed very, very unhealthy working habits. Okay? So I wasn't taking any time for myself. As a result, I had no energy for anything which wasn't just putting one word after the other and hoping that it makes sense. So like for the last week, I haven't even really slept in my bed. I've been sleeping on the sofa in my office, and then I wake up and I sit at my desk and I continue working. And then once a day I remember that I have to put food in my stomach, so I go and cook. And also I have a child, so if I don't cook, then he treats the fridge as if it's a McDonald's takeout, and he can just fry a whole entire chicken and eat it as a meal, like just fried chicken, that's it. And eat all of it, by the way, not both of us eating, just him. So have a girl child. That's my sincere and honest advice to you. Have a girl child. So, because I was just seeing this challenge that people are doing, the one for delayed gratification, where you put a bowl of goodies in front of your child, and then you go away and you tell them, don't eat until I come back. And all the people who I've seen passing this challenge are small girls. I haven't seen any small boys doing it though. Maybe they're out there succeeding at it. I don't know, but I doubt it. Anyway, I know that my 20-year-old would fail that challenge so spectacularly. It's sad. People call me like, oh God, you're such a good parent. You're such a success as a parent. But my kid would eat like every one of those Skittles in that bowl in like half a second. So really, am I really? Anyway, so let us continue with workplace bad habits. So yeah, I have deadlines, right? So I'm given a milestone. I work on Upwork, so I'm given a milestone, and this milestone usually has an expiry date, right? So and it's usually just like a little less time than I can write comfortably, like it would take me, I would have to put in some effort to meet those deadlines. So in the last week with ovulating, I think I've been ovulating in the last week, and what I notice about my body is that whether it's ovulating or menstruating, whatever I am neglecting about my body, like last time, it was exercise. I wasn't doing any I had stopped exercising. I was just sitting or sleeping all day, right? So when I started, when the ovulation started, what also started was I had such a bad backache that I couldn't straighten up. I had to walk doubled over like an old woman, which I am an old woman, but not that old yet. So I had to work doubled over for like almost 2 weeks. Nothing helped. I was like taking everything you can possibly imagine, and nothing helped. So I mean, it really, when I'm in pain, I really understand drug addicts. Like, that's the only time I understand drug addicts. Like, yeah, you want to get rid of a pain. I mean, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's emotional, but you just need it to go for 5 minutes. You could do anything for that pain to go for 5 minutes. So I get it. Anyway, so this time it was, since I haven't been sleeping properly, I was like narcoleptic. Narcoleptic? Like, I could pass out on my sofa at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and wake up at midnight. And it was just like continuous sleepiness. If I sit down to work, I'm sleepy. So of course I could do very, very little work. And then the littler work I can do, the more frantic I get to finish it. So I'm not sleeping, I'm not doing anything, I'm barely eating, and I'm just sleeping or working. So I finished that work yesterday, 2 days overdue. 2 days. And I said, no, I can't work like that ever again. But no, this thing is like addiction. Okay, bad working habits are an addiction. It doesn't take once. Or it's like being beaten by a husband. It doesn't take once for you to say to yourself that I'm not going to do that again. Okay, this isn't the first time I've said to myself, you can't work like that. And I get into very good habits. I wake up, I exercise, I eat a fruit, I prepare myself mentally, and then I work. And then it's beautiful. It's beautiful for like 1 week, and then I start failing. I start like, instead of waking up and doing the exercise and then sitting, sometimes I wake up and then I just say, I'll exercise later, let me just do one paragraph, and then I don't end up exercising, and then it starts, instead of having my fruit, I just have copious amounts of tea and whatever snack is available, and it's just you just backslide back into your bad habits, right? So that's what happens. And so I'm trying not to do that anymore again, right? Take 150, maybe this is the one which will take forever, right? We can only hope. So today I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, I slept yesterday at around 1 p.m. and I woke up today at 7 a.m. And I hope that has made up enough for all the sleep I missed. And then I had my breakfast and I took the dog for a walk. Okay, it was not even a long walk, it was pretty short. But when I came back, I was wheezing in your mentions like I'd run a marathon. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that more often. We're gonna walk until we don't wheeze anymore. Fingers crossed for me. Now I'm sitting in front of my desk, and yes, I know I'm not really good at working on my assignments in the morning. So I've decided that mornings are going to be for updating fanfics, answering messages, and generally doing other things that cause me to procrastinate during other times. Then I'll take another break make a sumptuous meal for the day, and then maybe watch an episode of Supernatural, have a nap, and then at 5 o'clock, I will work until midnight. And then that should be enough time to do enough for the day, right? If you're really focused, it's enough. It's more than enough to do everything that you need to do for the day. So I am telling you this so that you can hold me accountable. Please hold me accountable. Oh, and also to do my podcasts. Yes, in the morning. I'll be doing them in the morning now. And I will be doing them more often. I'm sorry for disappearing. So all of this to say that just because you're in a lockdown and everything is wonky, doesn't mean that you should let yourself get even wonkier than you usually are, okay? Try to have some self-care. It's hard. Everything is so distracting. Something weird happens every day, right? But try. So, have you been watching Insecure? I've seen a lot of tweets about the last episode where Molly was mad at Issa because of using her boyfriend Andrew to get an artist from Live Nation. So a lot of people felt that Molly was at fault, which makes me think that a lot of people do not understand how boundaries work, okay? Because Molly asked Issa to back off from her relationship. She said, I can fuck this up on my own. Don't help me to fuck this up by involving Andrew in one of your schemes. And let's face it, Issa has had a lot of fuck-ups. And when Molly asked her politely, why did your other artist drop out? Issa brushed her off. So Molly doesn't know what Issa's issue is with artists, and she doesn't want to risk a relationship by getting involved, which is just perfectly reasonable, okay? It might not be like blind support, but really she chose herself, and she chose her relationship over helping Issa, which I don't feel like anyone should condemn her for. That's what free will is about. It's about saying, hey, I value this relationship. I'm not going to risk it by involving myself in your shenanigans when you know full well you have a lot of shenanigans. Okay, it's about boundaries. It's about saying, yes, we're friends, so respect my boundaries, right? I respect your boundaries. I respect your hustle. I will support you. I will show up. But don't expect me to risk my other relationships on this one, which is reasonable, I think. What do you think? Thank you very much for listening to the segment. If you want to have more of me, you can visit my book page and pick up any of my free or paid stories on bit.ly/author Paige Anne Marie. That is AuthorPageAnneMarie. You can also visit my blog at bit.ly/The Writing a Book Diaries. That's one long word. right? Thank you again for listening. See you next time.